I mean, do you guys know any of these passport bros and the women that they're with and how, well, not necessarily just the male perspective, but the women that they're with and the quality of these relationships?
I mean, they're a lot better. And the reason why is because men don't really care about a woman's income or her status. We prefer a girl that's going to follow our lead, not be a headache. And if she's attractive, we don't give a fuck about where she's from.
How are these relationships better? Can you expand on that?
They're better because the leadership dynamic is automatically instilled in the woman. So, for example, if I say, you're not going to go out dressed like that, she's not going to argue with me and give me lip and say, no, nigga, or anything else like that, or I'm going to do what I want, or you need to talk to me different. Like, she's just going to say, oh, okay, and she just does it. Like, she doesn't argue with you. And American women tend to be combative, and they think that they're equal to you. They think that they can tell you how to be a man, etc., and we just don't want that.
Okay.
You don't think that's like
not
such
every
a
single,
turn on,
I feel not every single man, and not every single woman looks for the exact same things. Now, you can say majority.
Oh,
you
really?
can say, yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to come with your points and your perspective on that. But I think that...
I would argue all women are looking for the same thing.
We're not.
And those things.
And I'll give you an example. Dating apps show that women only find 5% of men as attractive. I think that's one of the hardest statistics that prove that women are literally looking for the same thing.
I don't even be on dating apps.
Okay, but you're the exception to the rule. It doesn't matter.
I'm so sorry.
Whatever you have to say
Can we
about
have
the
a
dating
dialogue
apps,
really
it
quick? Because
doesn't
you've had a
matter.
lot of time, my love.
Sorry.
Thank you.
No, yeah, go ahead.
We'll give you, well, did it have to do with this topic, or?
Yeah, I'm only talking about the topic.
Okay, say your thing and then you'll say your thing. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
I was just gonna say, like, you might be the exception of the rule. Like, you not being on a dating app, like, I understand, but like, if he's talking about this is the statistic, then that's what it is. You know, you're the exception to the rule. You're not on the dating apps. That's all I have to
go
say.
ahead.
But also keep in mind that her not being on a dating app
still
doesn't have anything to do with what her wants are.
Why are you targeting me?
No, she's not targeting you. She's just saying that you saying. She's saying that you weren't on a dating app doesn't really change.
Reply off of what I said.
All right.
Wow.
We can have like I feel like we are not able to have like a solid dialogue.
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
there's a lot of off railing. But yeah, I mean, so the point you made, I want to be clear. So the point that you made was that on dating apps, women find a lot of the same things attractive. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that women find 90+% of men as unattractive based on certain traits. Now, of course, dating apps are just one barometer to use what women are attracted to. But the reason why I like dating apps is because you're letting the woman pick on her own devices without any outside influence. She picks what she really wants. And what you find is when women are able to pick what they really want without any outside pressure or friends telling them what to do, etc., they pick the same fucking guys.
But I think
over
we
and
have
over.
to acknowledge the demographic of dating apps. It's a very superficial way of dating. And the group of people that you're taking this statistic from are a very superficial and shallow group of people. Dating on a screen is very different than being in person, I feel like. And so when you're talking about the statistics that you're talking about, you also have to factor in the demographic that we're talking about. And I also will acknowledge that a lot of women...
Well, remember, the demographic, the way women select, all I'm saying is that it's sensationalized on the dating apps, but it doesn't refute the fact that women are selecting for these traits. Height, good looks, income, profession, etc. Like,
but that's
women
just the
tend to look
percentage of women that are on that dating app, and the quality of women that are on that dating app is also in question.
Can we ask,
dating
like,
apps
what
are...
does everybody expect out of a man?
Like, do you get what I mean? It's just that we're talking about, like, you're speaking in very general terms, right? So general
That's
meaning
how the world
Works.
majority.
He has to.
In generalities.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely
I'm simply
hearing what
making
you're
the
saying.
argument that women typically have the same archetype of man that they like, despite the fact that they sit there and try to say, I'm different or I'm special. But you guys are all typically chasing the same small demographic of men.
I hear the point
now,
that you're making.
Do you get them? Probably not, but that does not refute the fact that this is what women want.
So the evidence that you're presenting, though, with this dating app thing, and I understand that that's just one example that you have.
Just one,
and I'm sure you have others.
Yeah.
But since that's the one that was brought up, then I want to talk about that one.
Sure.
So I feel like with the statistic that you brought up with the dating apps, it's showing a skewed and very small modicum of women. I think that you're speaking very generally and very like majority, when I'm not going to say that majority of people are on dating apps.
What I'm saying is that nowadays, the way women are getting married and meeting men, one of the fastest ways is through online.
Yeah.
One of the fastest ways is through online.
So that means it's extremely important and pertinent to the conversation It's pertinent to this discussion about what women find attractive in men.
But
so
a majority of women on dating apps.
Okay,
so.
let's go back real quick to see how we even got here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making the argument that men and women are different and we select for different things.
For sure.
A man can go to a third world country, find an attractive woman that has nothing, and elevate her, increase her status, and he's okay with that. It doesn't work the other way around. You're not going to Ukraine and picking up some guy making $200 per fucking year.
I think that's pathetic, regardless man or woman.
How's that pathetic?
Because you're going out of America and you're going to find someone that you deem, I would say, more pliable, someone that will listen more, someone that is just, I mean, and I'm gonna say this.
No,
I'm not trying to talk down on women that are
say what you gotta
submissive.
Say. No, sure.
But like weaker women, weaker-minded, less-willed women, and I find that pathetic. I think that you're looking for someone who's an easier target.
Fair point. Let me ask you a question then. Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
I'm sorry?
Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
Not necessarily. We
Preferably,
can be the same
if
height.
you had to choose between taller than you or shorter than you, which one would you prefer?
I wouldn't give a fuck. I care about people that I connect
Now, we're going to have an honest discussion and you should give me honest answers here.
I think that you're used to a certain brand of woman and you're convinced that anybody that says anything different is lying.
All right, cool. So they can be your height. Fantastic. Okay.
They can be my height. They can be shorter.
Okay.
It's depending on the connection I have.
Okay. Do they need to be physically stronger than you and capable of protecting you in some type of dangerous situation?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
All right. Do they have to make as much money as you, or if not more?
No.
They can make less than you.
Well, no. They can make less than me, but I like to see ambition. I like to see drive. I like to see somebody that's going to be working towards. And I'm not saying that in a way of like I want to see that from a man and like I'm just gonna sit on my ass. I want somebody that has the work ethic that I have, because like why would I be with someone who's not trying to grind to get? I believe that 2 incomes are better than 1.
Okay, so their earning potential is important to you.
Earning potential, yes.
Okay.
Not where they're currently at.
But potential, which is key,
sure.
because you're going to be in a relationship, which means the future matters, correct?
The future definitely matters, especially in this economy.
Okay.
So then why are you single?
Why am I
You
single?
can find any guy out there.
I don't really necessarily want to go into my own personal life.
Nigga, this is about you.
I don't want to go into my personal relationship life because that involves someone else, and it's not just about me. So I'm talking about someone else. So at this very moment, I don't want to go into my personal relationship.
You just
so arguing for somebody else.
But we can speak on more general terms.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I wasn't even going to go there. Okay. So you want a guy that has earning potential, etc. Okay. But you don't care if he's stronger than you or can physically protect you. You're okay with bearing the burden of if there's someone robs your purse, you go chase after him and he does nothing.
Somebody robs my purse, I'm going to get my fucking Glock.
Okay, but you are okay with your purse. Okay. It's in your purse. It's in your purse. It's in your purse. It's in your
The
purse.
Glock is in my purse. My man is down the street or
no, he's with you.
His back
He's with you. They take the purse, and you're okay with chasing after that individual and dealing with him physically, and you're okay with him if he just stood back.
If my man just stood back?
Yes. Yeah. Are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with a man who's complacent.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that he needs to be big and strong in order to do it, but you need to try.
He needs to be capable of defending you.
I'm going to try, and I'm a like tiny, weak woman.
So he needs to be able to defend you, correct?
He needs to be able to try.
Try and die?
Because no man is going to be able to defend me against every man on the planet.
Okay, but he needs to try.
So it's an
he needs to be capable to some degree.
To some degree, he needs to be able to try.
Okay.
He needs to put effort.
Do you want a man that's smarter than you and understands the world more than yourself that you can learn from?
Not necessarily as well. Like, I don't mind teaching a man.
Really?
I really don't. You need to be teachable, though.
The man needs to be teachable to you?
You need to be teachable. If you're someone who has less education than me or less wisdom or less experience,
so coachable.
you need to be coachable.
So he needs to learn from you.
He doesn't need to learn from me if he's in a position where he has more education or he has more knowledge on a subject.
But I'm asking, would you prefer him to be more educated and competent than yourself?
I just told you that I would not mind the level that he's at.
But if given the option, you can build your dream man, would you prefer him to be more competent and more educated than yourself?
No.
Okay. Do you prefer him to be a leader or follow you?
Can you define for me? Because I want to know for sure what you mean by leader. Because what I'm hearing is a lot of...
The decision maker, the person that tells you this is what we're going to do, the guy that makes up plans, the guy that...
No, I prefer that to be a communication. I prefer that to be from me and you, us together, and we sit down, what are we going to do?
I agree with you 100%.
Of course you do.
Yes,
Right, you literally just said a second ago that you want the guy to take over the protection.
It's a give and take. I'm not trying to distract from your point. I'm sorry.
There's no give and take when it comes to protection. He's the one that's on the line to protect you.
She said that she's going to get her Glock and he can try.
He can try. Or
but
he
in
can
your
get
scenario,
his
you said that you
like,
want him to protect you and he's responsible for that.
I can also protect myself. We just didn't get to that.
Bro, now you want to talk?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Because you don't make sense. You don't make sense. You don't make sense at all.
Definitely make sense.
No,
I mean, it's just the things that I expect in a relationship go a lot deeper than these surface things that we're discussing.
Here's the thing. I suspect that you're being facetious here because you understand that I'm about to put you in a position where I'm about to destroy your argument, which is fine. You could be on your protection, but you fucked up, and I'll tell you why.
I'm not trying to be defensive right now.
No, you are. Absolutely, you are. And even if you're not, 90% plus of women would not agree with you. They want a man that's stronger, a guy that's smarter, a guy that makes more money. It's funny, you kind of fucked up by saying he must have the potential to earn more money. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
What if I told you that you are a weak, feeble individual that's a brokey because you're looking for potential? What would you say to that?
Your opinion?
No, what you should respond to that is you're a fucking retard because this is what I want as a woman. It's ingrained in me biologically. That's what you should say.
I'm not going to refute your opinion.
Sometimes you got to tell people that they're stupid when their opinions are incorrect. Exhibit A. So, just like you said.
Wouldn't that be like something that if I responded in that manner, would you not be like you're an emotional woman who
no.
is lashing out right now?
I'm just say that tongue in cheek. But what I'm saying is that you cannot get mad at someone for their biological urges. And what I mean by that is women date based on potential or a man's success and status.
I never get mad at a woman for those things.
Oh, you don't? So why are you mad at a man that wants a woman that will follow him?
I'm not
Hold
mad
on.
at any
Stop
of
the
those
show.
things.
Stop the show. You just said a second ago. You are not mad at a woman for wanting those things, right?
Yeah.
A man that could be a leader, a man that can earn, has potential. Why are you saying a man that wants the potential to follow him is a problem?
I didn't say that.
You quite literally did because you said, I think that a guy's trying to groom a girl and get a girl that's an imbecile, etc. You basically kind of undermined what a man wants in a woman and tried to make it as if he's preying on the female. But I never said I was mad about that.
I said that I think it's pathetic.
You criticized it and you said it's pathetic.
Yeah, from my perspective, it's pathetic. However, each and every person can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, if you want to go and get someone who's weaker and who's...
I think you missed the crux of my argument.
Okay. I'll let you
You completely missed it.
I'll allow you to reiterate.
It's not even allow. It's my show.
I'm sorry. I will listen.
But what I'm saying is, women want a man that's stronger, taller, more dominant, and a leader.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that men and women are different and we want the opposite? If we're expected to be the protector, the leader, and the provider, wouldn't we want a woman that's going to be the protectee, the follower, and submit to us?
Yeah, and my argument is that it's just not every woman, it's not every man.
That's a majority of women. That's a staggering majority of women.
Okay.
Absolute staggering majority.
And it goes back to the point that your majority of women is from a dating app. You literally said you want a man to protect you. Like, you're done. Like, you're fucking done. The fact that you are willing to submit and tell a man, you must be protecting me, that is the definition of submission because you are following him from a protectee standpoint. Like, dude, you're done. Like, you lost. So anyway, back to you. Back to you. So do you not see how, like, your argument is flawed? Because on one end, you're okay with women wanting this in men, but then when I give you the opposite of what men want in women, which is the biological want, by the way, it's the opposite of what women want, there's a problem there. Like, if I went around and I said, women are short, stupid, incompetent retards that want a man that's better than them in every regard, I would be a complete moron for saying that because that is what women want biologically. Right. I can't argue with what a woman wants biologically. It's either up to me to rise up to that occasion or complain and cry about it like a bitch and not get any women. But I criticize both ends. I did not just criticize men for wanting that. I didn't just call men pathetic. I also called the women weak. Like, I think both of them are weird. But for me, it's just like people can do that though.
Well, you're saying
people
biology is weird then.
People can be weird and weak and pathetic. They can do that. They can go and
feminine woman. Let's use that logic. Like, let's say you met him and he was wearing heels and he was super feminine.
Oh,
but then you came in and you were more feminine than him.
I'm not in a wait, hold on. I'm not masculine presenting though. Like I have on a dress, you know what I'm saying? I have on lashes.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
the way that you speak, you like
the
to,
way that I speak,
the way that
okay.
you speak, the way that you convey yourself, like these are all masculine tendencies. You're not very agreeable from the course of our conversation.
I didn't think coming on the podcast was to be agreeable. I thought we were to have a conversation, disagree. Maybe you prove me wrong, maybe I prove you wrong, and like have a dialogue. This wasn't. I will be agreeable with my man because like we are getting to a point where we sit down, we talk, we have a conversation, and we get to a place where we
You're
agree.
missing the point here. I'm telling you that you're selectively feminine. And
I'm very selectively feminine.
Okay,
yes.
so what if I took a guy and I said, all right, he's going to be selectively masculine. He wears a dress unless you become feminine.
I love men that are in touch with their femininity.
Bro.
I love men that are in touch with their femininity.
Now you're trolling. Now you're just trolling, bro.
I'm definitely not trolling.
I don't care if he makes as much money as me and shit like that. Even the girls here know you cap, man.
Yeah.
Ukraine, you were trying to
The
say
people
something?
in my life know I don't cap.
ma'am.
Though. You guys have
You
met
capped
me
in the
for
beginning
3
of the show,
seconds.
said you were single, bro.
No, ma'am.
Come on, man.
I am. You took the
You a
word of
captain.
this girl right here saying that I'm in a relationship and ran with it. If you roll the clip back, I didn't say that.
We know you are, though. It's just that it's not a fulfilled one. I can tell from the way that you speak about it.
You're assuming.
How long y'all been together?
We are not together.
Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Bro.
All right.
On and off, man. On and off.
I see why.
Bro, holy.
Okay.
Somebody want to say something?
I mean, you took the word of one girl and ran with it. I didn't lie to you. I said I was single, and that's what I meant.
That tells us everything we need to know.
We got a bunch of.
You're trying to say something? Go ahead.
Can I want to just say, like, I like it when a man, like, you know, puts in his, like, word and, like, puts his foot down type of thing. Within reason, though.
We know, Poops.
Yeah.
We know.
All right, y'all were yelling at me to shut up, and now you guys are, like, birds in a head.
No, I completely agree. Like,
you know, a man that, like, I agree with what the lady here, I'm so sorry. I forgot your name. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Elena.
No, you're absolutely right and stuff because it's like women outside the United States are more feminine because here it's like, you know, television programming. It's also, you know, what you see in the news and then people like Lizzo, you know, so it's it's like, you know, big is not like beautiful like Lizzo. I'm sorry. I hate to shame. I fat shamed my sister, and she lost over 100 pounds.
oh, good
I mean,
for her.
bro.
Fat shaming works.
Look at how many girls argued on the panel today. If I had this show in Russia or Ukraine, they would never behave like that, ever. Y'all get that? Like if I had this show in Colombia, they would never do that shit. Like I don't think you guys fucking get it. Like American women are literally like terrible.
Well, Colombia. No, it is.
Yeah, but still, even with those girls that were like, they're not gonna fight each other and go, that was crazy, bro.
No, yeah, no,
That's some American girl type shit. Like that shit doesn't happen in other places. Philippines, if we're like that just ain't happening. Like women fighting and nigga what all this like, bro, that shit crazy.
I don't fight. I get a lawyer.
I get that, but like y'all were arguing and shit like, yo, that shit crazy. Like you guys literally
came after
proved our
me.
point why men go abroad.
She be
for
fighting,
women,
though.
man.
So,
Keep fighting.
can I have
agree.
I have a
That is
question.
literally why men go abroad. Like this panel proved it. And I'm not trying to shit on y'all, but this is American women in a nutshell. You guys behave very similarly, very masculine, argumentative.
So we know the problem. What's the solution?
There's no
For the men or for the women?
For the women.
Because there's a
Obviously
different
it's the
solution.
women.
Y'all
Okay,
fault.
let's do both, but let's start with women first.
Well, the solution is
Shut up, bitch!
when the guy talks. That's it. Simple.
No. Let's do like a real
It is real.
Cause yeah,
Shut
you
up,
could, but you
bitch.
could tell like if a woman wants to be like more like feminine and stuff like that, and she wants to like, you know, find a man and stuff like, what is your advice for her?
Y'all
Shut
fuck,
up,
man. If I'm
bitch.
gonna be 1,000.
Don't say y'all are fuck.
No, y'all are, and I'm gonna tell you why. Living in the United States, you listen to Cardi B,
TikTok.
you listen to this dumbass rap music, you believe in going to college and getting a career and making money and just being okay with divorcing your man and all that. Not shitting on you about that.
No, it's
but,
fine.
But we live in a society in the United States where it's like, my happiness overrides everything. That's how women move. My happiness overrides everything. But the reality is like, no, bitch, like stay in a relationship with your man and your fucking kid regardless of your happiness. People usually get married for duty, but now women get married because of Instagram posts and the lifestyle that they can get
And I feel
from
like
their
it.
man. So the problem is that Western women are kind of doomed because you guys bought into feminism. You guys bought into getting a career. You guys bought into getting a bag. You guys bought into, I'm going to fuck as many men as I want and I'm just going to live my life. Y'all bought into that, like, and it's seeped deep in the culture. So it's going to be tough because a lot of y'all are programmed this way and y'all are not about to change and follow a man's lead after 20 years of being told niggas ain't shit. It's just not going to happen. So women are indoctrinated to think this way. And it's interesting that we have someone from a foreign country here that kind of tells you guys like, well, in my country, we look at it like this. We don't argue with men. This is what it is. And this is how the world works. But like over here, it's like single, independent, blah, blah, blah. And, there's a bunch of,
50.
it's 50-50. And I'm going to pick how the man protects me. Just a bunch of clown world shit. That doesn't make sense.
Silly.
Do you think religion would help?
Religion does help.
Yeah,
religion does help. But here's the problem with religion. You reserve the right at any time to break that covenant and divorce that fucking man.
For what?
Which you just did.
I wasn't.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to
let's
say.
clarify,
Like, religion ain't saving nobody.
No. To clarify, like, yeah, I grew up Christian, but I was never following Jesus until recently. Like, yeah, I never read the Bible at that time. I didn't know who Jesus was. It's until recently that I was like, oh, like, this is
so you're like
the truth,
You're saved now.
I'm 100% saved, and I mean, I would love to save other people, but that's not a possibility.
But that's cool. But like, you still have ingrained habits in you.
Yeah, you do.
That. Quite frankly,
you have to fight. I mean, you have to fight those desires that you have, those sins that you have, those things that the America teaches you. You have to fight it.
All right, let me ask you a question. Would you prefer a man that makes $200,000 per year, has his life together, is good to go, or would you prefer a guy that makes $20,000 per year and you think you can fix him? Which one would you actually prefer?
I'll do the first one. I'll do the first one for sure. I don't want to fix a man.
Oh,
for sure.
But why do you expect me to fix a woman and wait there while you fight your demons and change?
I don't think you should fix a woman. I have a son. I would never advise him to.
I'm not
fix
personalizing the conversation.
Oh,
I'm not talking about you in particular.
Let's depersonalize it.
Yeah, I'm speaking in general. Why should a man that has his shit together go ahead and get with a girl that's finding herself? We can just go get with a girl that's younger, that doesn't have all this experience.
Yeah, he should not do that.
Thank you for answering the question for me. That's why men go foreign.
Yeah, he shouldn't do that. 100%, he shouldn't do that.
But
even with the foreign situation, because there's certain men that even go to foreign women that get into like situations that are not,
of course,
good.
Of course.
Let's not go.
I feel like women can change though. If they really want to change and they actually do the steps to change, I think women can change as much as they want to change for themselves.
Nah, it's lost cause.
I mean, there's some shit that's irreparable, man. I'll just be honest with you, man. There's some shit that's just irreparable that you're not going to be able to fix.
Nah, right.
Because women tend to be incubators of their experiences, and negative experiences tend to fuck women up long term.
That's because they don't go to therapy, though.
Yeah. Do you think you've changed?
Actually, yeah, I have, actually. Because, if I was being talked to like I was earlier, the old me would jump over this fucking table and start using this as a baseball bat.
I wish that was the old you.
So, no, I don't. You know what? I'm not that way because I am a lady and I am classy and I don't call people names like that.
But you do porn.
All right, girls. All right.
That's classy as fuck.
Like I said, check your dress before you comment about my
girl,
costume.
you're talking about my dress, but you suck dick for money. Don't talk to me, girl. This is a dress.
You invited it,
I wear every other thing every other day, girl.
You invited it, honey.
But you can't be mad at her because you did call her out about being a porn star. And if a person did change,
don't do that because I'll get on YouTube. I don't care to get on
YouTube. Shut up.
Honestly, girl, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Honestly, I don't care about what nobody got to say. I came here to sit here and be quiet and listen to what people got to say.
Yo, Tiffany, you're a lot older. Show some responsibility.
Yeah, stay at your granny age. No, be a senior citizen. Be a good senior. As you should.
I don't give a fuck. It's my show, bitch. All right. Earlier, I told you, girl, to shut the fuck up. And it's some pettiness, all right? So shut the fuck up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, all right? I told Tiffany to chill the fuck out. She's older. She's been here many times. I have higher expectations from her, okay? Simple as that. Why can't we understand this shit, man?
I have another question.
This shit crazy, man.
Would y'all prefer this?
I don't like the whole like you getting on Tiffany thing though, because it's like if somebody else is like,
bitch, I don't care.
I understand that you don't care. It's very yours.
I get on Tiffany.
I understand. It's very obvious. I'm not yelling at you, Aaron. Like we could just talk.
I don't care about what you want to say.
Yeah,
Tiffany understands a lot more than you guys do, so that's why we're more like on her.
It just feels like
because I don't get emotional and I shut the fuck up.
Tiffany,
yeah. I just feel like
chill.
Okay, yeah.
Survey says that's a lot.
Thank you.
It's just a lot. You know,
it's a lot for you.
Like for sure. Like if a man is yelling at me like that, or just like in general, it's like a lot for me.
That's why you're single.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
We gonna move to chats.
Because a man doesn't yell at me like that. That's why I'm
not
single.
yelling at you, I raise my voice.
I've literally only been single for like 6 weeks. Like, what do you want me to do?
Let them move on with their
You
show,
know?
baby.
We gonna
Let them move
Because
on with their
6
show.
get this show going.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
you want me to hop in another man on
Let them
No,
move
take
on
your
with
time.
their
Take your
show.
time.
Yeah, I
Take your time.
shouldn't. I should not.
Jesus.
Oh.
It's Lord and
Christ,
Savior. Brandon's username. Bro, I'm not confused. The girls are arguing nothing, but the responsibility without authority is slavery. The substitute teacher has issue with submission, but I believe she will fight for the right
Absolutely, she will.
man. Okay.
If she meets the right guy, he gonna tell her shut up, and she'll be like, okay, daddy. Come on, man. These fucking girls be capped, man. Like, and that's the thing. Like, girls don't know when they got the right guy until he tells them to shut the fuck up and they listen. That's when a girl knows she got the right guy.
W Jesus.
Because he's not gonna care about what the fuck you think. He's just like, man, shut the fuck up and go inside.
If he said it in a nice way to you,
He'll
would that be
be
good? A nice, charming way?
I don't think I'm gonna say anything else.
Oh.
She
All right,
already
man.
responded.
Bro, if you don't got
She
nothing
already
else to
said
say,
yes.
just get up and leave then. Like, you're gonna be fucking dead weight
She's
for the show. Then just get up and leave, bro. Just get up and leave.
Shit, bro.
No, I will leave if you want me to leave.
Yeah,
Then get out.
Leave.
Okay.
Leave.
We don't give a
That's
fuck,
fine.
man. Like, just gotta leave if you want me to.
Bro,
Then
the whole
leave.
time.
Nobody cares, bro.
I know you're disrespectful.
I'm not
Yeah,
disrespectful. I just
leave,
call out
bro.
bullshit when
Just
I see
leave,
it,
bro.
man. And you just cap, man. You can't
Leave,
even
bro.
refute any arguments, nothing. Just whatever, man. Fucking
You guys want on the show, right?
incredible, man.
This is crazy.
And here's the thing, man. Yo,
This is
I'll give it 1,000.
content
The only
for
way
her.
the only reason she's been able to get by for 24 years of life saying ridiculous